Remember I just told you we were being lied to about what happened in Syria? Well, it seems that 2 US soldiers who were killed there died in a pretty different way. They might have done anyway. Now first, the US has said that there will be, quote, serious retaliation to these 2 US soldiers being killed. But you need to know, what actually happened in this attack on these 2 US soldiers today, and how have 2 US soldiers been killed in Syria? Well, today, whilst the US was carrying out a military patrol in Syria, where their aim was to kill a high-level ISIS official, their patrol was ambushed. In fact, they were ambushed by a single lone gunman who started randomly opening fire onto the American and Syrian soldiers who were involved in the convoy as well. Those Syrian soldiers were also, quote, wounded in the attack. Now, the US actually did speak on why these troops were in Syria in the first place. Obviously, they were fighting ISIS, but they gave a few more details on what they were doing. The US said, quote, their mission was in support of ongoing counter-ISIS and counter-terrorism operations in the region. They also said, quote, this terrorist attack was a cowardly ambush targeting a joint US-Syrian government patrol. So from the information we've got, it seems like a US military convoy came under attack by a single lone gunman, and that single lone gunman killed 2 US soldiers in the attack, along with a US civilian interpreter. Plus, 3 more US soldiers were injured in the attack, along with at least 2 Syrian soldiers. Somehow, this single lone gunman managed to cause a huge amount of damage to the convoy before he was killed himself. And I do want to touch on that. I said we're being lied to, and it seems we are. I find it very hard to believe that this single lone gunman managed to successfully hit 8 highly trained US and Syrian soldiers before he was hit himself. It doesn't seem like he was a sniper either. The US positioned it as though he was ambushing the patrol and he surprised them. So it seems like there's more to this than we're being told, and these US soldiers probably came under a much bigger attack that the US doesn't want to admit. And you wouldn't even know about it if you didn't follow me for some more global news like this.